Hey, bowling fans, welcome back. Week 3 of Van McNeil's Road to the Summer Swing blog. Doing this in the WSSP studios after a nice Sunday morning show. Dwight, thanks for you, Sparky, and Van. Let me sit in this morning. Great time had. If you always missed any of the live shows, sportsradio1250.com has the podcast for you, so you can listen live on the live streaming, 9 to 10 a.m. Central, or listen to the podcast anytime. Dwight, you've been working with Van, coaching him the last few weeks now. A couple of big things you worked on this last week that turned around and kind of helped his game out a little bit, and we saw some pretty quick results out of it too.
Yeah, again, it's still the continuation of trying to get him not to lead so hard with the right shoulder, which you and I have kind of talked about with him since day one, the muscling aspect of it. We really were working hard on trying to keep his right shoulder back, trying to get him to lead with the left shoulder, try to keep his shoulders and his spine as quiet as possible, which will tighten up his dispersion and improve his accuracy, which he's going to need to do on those tougher patterns that he's going to experience at the Summer Series. Absolutely. We're still trying to get him to work on his finish a little bit and try to get his legs a little bit more involved in the finish and not so much upper body dominance.
And then this Friday, he decided he was going to try to win a spot in a PBA regional. There's a sweeper out at Boulevard Lanes in Madison, but we still got him stuck with the one ball yet. We're not drilling anything up for him before. We know what the new animal patterns are for the PBA Summer Swing. They got the Badger, Bear, and Wolf, so we're holding off. And we had you do some adjustments to Van's one bowling ball that Brunswick Aura to kind of help him because he was running into the PBA Shark pattern, which everybody knows is the oilless pattern they have out there.
Right. We ended up doing a heat treatment on it. We ended up sucking some of the oil out of the ball for him, and there was a lot in there. And then he's been practicing a lot and been practicing on a little bit more of a heavier volume conditions. And Aura, just like any reactive, is going to absorb oil at a very fast rate. And so we did a little heat treatment on it to suck some of that oil out of it. So it would give him a little bit more hook, a little bit more traction, let's say. So it would give him some back-end reaction.
And then since the Aura was the first ball you had drilled for Van, he didn't have anything before that. The old ball that he had was cracked. You couldn't take any readings off of it. Now that Van's used it quite a while, you took some readings off of it. So that way when you do drill up all this New Brunswick equipment, we know exactly where certain measurements are. Why don't you tell the fans here what you took off the ball and why you took those measurements as needed?
We took off his axis point and his track circumference, and that, as a pro shop operator, allows us to kind of get an idea how the bowler releases the ball without actually watching him throw, even though we know Van's game inside out, and we know where his axis point is after all the lessons that we've given him. Shops that are freestanding that are away from center, that's really the only thing they have to go off of is their axis point and their track circumference. There's a great new tool out that we're going to use that with Van, and basically after we put in all of Van's information about his physical game, what he wants the ball to do, what the makeup of the ball is, and then the lane condition he's bowling on, the program will tell the pro shop operator what their recommended drilling is to get Van the best ball motion he can.
Well, we can find out what kind of ball motion Van had when he bowled the PBA Shark Sweeper out at Boulevard Lanes in Madison with the one ball he has. Let's take a little break here. We're going to drag Van in here and try to wipe a few tears out of his eyes and have him discuss what happened in that sweeper for the PBA regional out at Boulevard Lanes in Madison. So we'll take a short break. Join us just after this break, and we'll get Van McNeil right here.
Dwight Albrecht and Phil Brylow both use MotionView bowling coach software to analyze their players. Whether you're a coach or a bowler looking to improve, purchase your copy of MotionView at bowlingcoachsystems.com. The PBA is back in Milwaukee with the Geico Summer Swing. 4 tournaments beginning with the PBA Badger Open and ending with the Geico Summer Swing TV tapings on June 1st and June 2nd. Watch the best bowlers in the world or bowl with them in one of the 3 Geico Summer Swing Pro-Am events. You can receive information on the Pro-Ams or purchase your tickets for the TV tapings at pba.com.
Back after a short break, Van McNeil stepping in now. And Van, a couple nights ago, we took you out to Boulevard Lanes in Madison. Well, actually, you decided yourself you wanted to go undertake this challenge at Boulevard Lanes in Madison. PBA sweeper to win a regional spot worth $255.
Right.
It only costs you $55 to get in, so it's like, why not take the chance? But kind of the eye-opening experience out there for you.
So we've been training here, where are we, a month now?
Yeah.
4 or 5 weeks in.
All together for you, yeah.
I feel like, I have a new game from the old style that I've bowled. We've talked about that, but this past tournament, for me, it was a big temperature taker. I'm like, if I can do well in this, I'm sitting in a good spot because Summer Swing's only 4 weeks away.
Exactly.
Get out there. Never bowled on the shark pattern before. I studied up on it. I watched previous tournaments of different shark tournaments just to see where the pros would throw the ball. Most times between the third and fourth arrow, that's really inside for me, a little too uncomfortable. So I thought I could move out. I did, and it worked, but it wasn't really the most ideal move to make at the time on that kind of pattern.
Yeah, I mean, it worked well for a few games. I mean, and in any bowling center, every pair is a little bit different with the way the lanes are put in. Not every pair hooks the same way no matter what. And so as you were going through, it was a 5-game sweeper, and you kept getting better. Your scores kept going up.
Right.
And the lanes did kind of open up where you were playing because Game 4, you threw a phenomenal 4-bagger that were probably the best 4 shots I've seen you throw since you've been working with Dwight. I mean, the physical game was good. You were on target line and everything. And then a couple of shots got quick, and then we moved pairs.
Right. Yeah.
And
that's another. And transition amongst patterns is now another thing, along with equipment that I have to deal with.
Yeah. And, one pair you were kind of thinking about moving one way earlier, and we kind of talked about it. We ended up moving you the other way. You wanted to move left, we moved you right, and it was a little straighter and got you back into the pocket. But, it's always that mystery thing. Is that going to be the right move? Right. And with the experience that somebody like a Tommy Jones or a Chris Barnes or a Pete Weber has compared to what you're going to have in these conditions,
right?
It could be a real eye-opener for Summer Swing time.
Oh, and it was just on the PBA Shark. The pros have bowled on this repeatedly. They know the moves to make. I'm not making excuses. I'm just saying I need to get a lot more practice in. I guess that's what it is, yes.
Exactly. And then, of course, spare making. Pitch you again a little bit, which...
And again, this comes to equipment. I'm using the Aura as a spare ball as well.
I'm watching Dwight over the back of the camera there going, spare ball, here it comes,
But the other thing I've been working on in the physical game is Dwight has been telling me I kind of heckle and jive bowling. So my first... my strike ball, I'm on point, and then my spare ball, I'm in a different position. I'm in a little lower. So here for my first ball, a little lower on my strike ball. I'm trying to get out of that bad habit.
Yeah, because everything starts with the push away, and if that's off, it can just throw everything else in your timing out of whack.
So after this experience on Friday, I just wanted to crawl away and hide into the fetal position. And I asked, and I'm sure other bowlers out there, you get your butt kicked out there in a tournament. You think you want to do well, you think you're going to do well, and I had to reevaluate. Like, I'm going out for the PBA tour. What am I doing? But some up-spirited conversation with the coaches, kind of getting me back into it. So.
Well, you're going down today to bowl another tournament down in Illinois. You're practicing hard.
Yes, and we're on the chameleon pattern today. It's a little different and something that I've never bowled on. But again, it's the experience that I'm going for. And who was the guy that I was bowling with on the pair?
John Shallow.
Had some great advice for me. It's like, you are going to learn so much just by coming out here and losing more than winning. So between the advice that he had and some of the other guys out there, like I said, the bowling community is just rallying around me, and it's amazing.
Yeah, now we just have to rally him a few more strikes by the time the Summer Swing rolls around. We'll find a way to do that.
Well, that's on me. That one's on me.
Well,
so.
Little equipment obviously would have helped that last game Friday night because the Aura just went dead straight. So if you had something that hooked more, that would have gotten you around it. And the opportunity's there, and I think as we get closer, once you get those new Brunswick pieces in your hand, I think it's going to help keep the swing loose too.
I can't wait. It's going to be here before you know it. I got to get back to work.
Okay.
Are we done here?
We're almost. Yeah, we're done here. All right.
I got to get back to
practice. Here, give me this. Go get out of here and practice. All right. That's it for another week of Van McNeil's Road to the Summer Swing. Check in with us next week. See how Van did in this next tournament. We'll keep going from there. And, hey, parents, take the kids bowling. They'll have fun for life. And we'll see you again next week with another Road to the Summer Swing blog. What you want?